G'day guys, Declan from Elross. Well, today we're doing a bit of a different video today. It's a bit of a caravan review on our Elross caravan that we've built for our customer Jarron. So he's going to take us through his last 6 months of ownership and some good quality points about the van. So let's go inside and meet Jarron now. G'day, Jarron.
G'day, Declan.
Thanks for your time today, mate, and
always welcome.
offering this beautiful van for us to review with you today.
Sure.
Change now that you've had the van for 6 or 7 months? 6 months?
Nothing significant, no. Yeah. No, I'm pretty content. We put a lot of thought and effort into it. You know, my wife and I, when we did the design stage, and bounced a lot back and forth with you and Naz. So I think we've captured pretty much everything that we wanted to. I think there's probably the only changes that I think we'd make is just the few changes that have come to market in the last 6 months since we took delivery. But
which is what everyone ends up doing.
Yeah, that's technology. It's continually evolving. So you're always going to come up with those updates. Oh, wish we had done that, but they just weren't there. They weren't available.
So it needs to be rebooked in 8 stud windows. The windows. I haven't had too much real life experience with the new Camac windows, but I think anything's got to be a little bit better than these ones. I think if you're mechanically minded with the Dometic Zeets and what we went through before on just the steps to maintain them, they're not too bad.
Travel when you're traveling closed or open?
Like if you ask Dometic will always tell you to travel with them open.
Open, yeah.
Because if you think about it, when they are closed, you're always going to have like pressure on the rollers. Yeah, so that's the reason why a lot of people end up having to retension rollers.
Yep.
All the time.
Yep.
Because they're staying like in an open position.
Yep.
And then if it's going down the road, it might be bumping and rolling, so the spring tension just ends up getting recoiled over time.
Yeah,
just makes it weaker.
Yep.
So you just might have to pay attention to those things. But I fully understand though if people want to travel with them closed, especially up north.
Keep the sun out
and all that sort of stuff. So I get that. But if you get down to the fine print with Dometic, they'll always tell you to travel with them open. So we've got to advise that as well. And
the Submarine tank.
Oh, yeah.
Monitoring is.
I think that was one that a lot of people had jumped on when we started just deciding that we're gonna run with it. So everyone that's in the factory at the moment that's building a van's gone with Submarine. So same thing. It's a bit like the Red Arc system. It just gives you a really good synopsis at a glance of where you're at with every single tank from a literage and a percentage perspective as well. So it's really handy from that guise that it's going to give you a good handle on where you're at water wise with just a touch of a button straight away. So for me that's a really good one, in addition to having the van as well. So you probably would be good to look at that down the track too. Yeah,
well, we can retrofit it later.
Yeah,
talking to Naz about that earlier. So
easy. What do you think of the colour scheme overall? Do you think your choices have come through?
Yeah,
the way
absolutely.
That you wanted it?
Yeah. No, love the colours.
I do find this van to be quite photogenic in terms of the colour scheme. So it's quite popular.
Haley did really well with the finishing touches.
Definitely got a good response online with the photos that we took and all that sort of stuff, and put it online. So
did you? Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I think the only thing I would change with the colour scheme would be maybe the floor.
Yeah, okay.
I've seen some really nice...
the chevron style.
Is it chevron? Is that what you call it?
Yeah, so we've got one that's painted chevron that's starting to do that. And
that same, similar colour to the tops, but in that... Yeah. I think that would probably really set it off.
Got to be careful though, because if you have timber tops, timber floor...
Too much.
Can quickly get too much.
Yeah, I agree. I think most people that do that would go a different, probably colour top as well. So, but no, overall very happy with the colour scheme in here as well. I think the gold handles sort of set it off. Gold handles and the tapware as well. we did well to get that.
Coffee machine's a talking point as well. That was a big one online with the slide out coffee machine.
So, and I don't even drink coffee.
Yeah.
That's all for Haley. But I am the barista though. I make the coffee, but I just don't drink it. But it works well, and it's it works well in that spot.
Are you hearing that, Acacia? You need to make coffees for me more often. See, Jarron doesn't like coffees. We'll make a coffee for his partner all the time. No, I was just joking.
Sets off the anxiety if I drink coffee. I can't. I get all jittery.
What was one of the main reasons, Jarron, that you decided to build with us here at Elross?
I think, I think the main reason or main reasons was the fact that you guys are local. You're a local manufacturer. Anywhere else on this sort of size or scale and flexibility to build is over east. So yeah, that was the big one. And just the fact that you guys are obviously always open and willing to explore new products that are out there, obviously, and build something that suited us, our family, and the way that we wanted it. Obviously, you guys gave us a floor plan or floor plans, and almost gave us a pen to sort of change things and move things around as we saw fit. One of the things was this L-shaped lounge, which I really like, but a lot of the designs, the L-shape goes that way, and it just kind of closes off the space a bit more. And I really like. I mean, we're not the first to do it. I've seen plenty of it with the L-shape that way, but it just works really well. So I think that's probably the two main reasons. The other third reason was quality of build. Obviously, when we come and did that factory tour through the workshop, we could see right there and then that the attention to detail, even places you couldn't see, the fit and finish was just, I think, next level over anyone else out there that's building caravans. So those are certainly the three main reasons for me, my choice with Elross.
Nice. And I guess to point back to Jarron's early piece as well, and I don't want to make a point of it so everyone does it, but there was times during the build where we maybe have slightly pivoted in different direction towards where we were going with the build at times as well. And I guess from our perspective as a lower volume manufacturer, that's what gives the customer that great flexibility in that design element as well, is that while we're always looking as a production company to try and keep things as streamlined as possible, we've got the ability there where we can jink and change or add something in if required during production. I'm not saying again that I want everyone doing that.
It's going to cost you minimum Krispy Kreme donuts as a minimum.
Yeah, and some copious amounts of coffee from my side. So yeah, or beers go all right as well. So yeah, but yeah, like I suppose that's part and parcel of the great thing of building locally as well, is that you weren't far away. You could come in, you could see it during the build stages as well, and
I did.
Have influence over that.
I loved seeing the van come together. It was a long process from design stage and to finish, but I think it was enjoyable to see it all sort of come together. So
they were like the MV305s are a 2000 and
they are HD,
40 kilo, HD.
Yep.
Load rated rims, so they might be a bit heavier as well.
Yeah, right.
Than what you got on here now too.
Do they put an 8 stud on that?
Yeah.
Then okay.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, nice. And so what did that? What was their combined gross weight on that van with a tear weight of 20? Well, they have 2390. What did they come in at fully loaded?
3390. I don't know what they come in at fully loaded because they haven't loaded everything and told me what they've got for weight, because they only got the van last week. So
okay.
I think they're trying to get that all prepared for before they go off at Christmas time.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, if it's like 4.45 tonne, and they're doing a similar thing to what you're doing, is like around Australia trip on the road.
Yeah.
You've still got like 1,000 kilos of payload at the end of the day.
Yep.
With a lot more room and
a
lot of wiggle room with these bigger bigger pickup trucks to, you know, move around your weight and all that sort of stuff, so you can still come in at your GCM.
Yeah.
What are you on this? You'd be pretty close.
I don't know yet. I haven't.
Yeah, I reckon
Because I only got put the boat on, put all the rods on, and that. I thought I'll wait till I got all my tools in the toolbox, everything.
Be interested to see where you.
I think I'll be over 5 tonne.
Yeah.
And I think I've got 5.3 GVM.
Okay.
I'm going to be pretty close to that 5.3 with the ball weight of this as well.
Rear axle load will probably be the thing that.
I think that'll be through the roof. But yeah, we'll see.
Be interesting.
I've tried. You got
the airbags.
I've tried to put as much weight forward as I can to try and get some over the front axle.
Yeah.
You know, but
just have to try and balance both of it.
Yeah, the boat's the biggest killer, I think. But with that rear axle,
what's the boat weigh with the trailer?
I haven't weighed it. I don't know, but I think it's around 350.
Yeah, okay.
That's going off my maths. I know what the hull itself's 98 kilo plus the motor's 50 kilo from memory, around that anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Mozzie, alley, that's all aluminium frame and trailer. So yeah, I did all the maths, calculated it all, but I haven't weighed it real time. But I think it's about and that's with all my fishing gear. I think it's about 350 up there.
Time will tell. Get it weighed. Find out.
But I've got a massive toolbox in there, full of tools. Which I
remember you showing me the setup.
Yeah. Well, I reckon there's probably 150 kilo in that toolbox as well.
Yeah.
If not a little bit more.
Yeah, I think your rear axle loading is going to be through the roof. We'll move on from that one.
I'm going to go do that this afternoon. I'm going to take that over the weigh bridge.
Let us know what it ends up being.
But I won't weigh this until I've got. Yeah, we're going to do that tomorrow. Pack everything into it. Yeah. Clothes and got a fridge full of food. Then I suppose we'll go and weigh it.
I noticed when I tried to turn your lights on, you've taken the fuse out of the fridge. Yeah.
Why did I do that?
Because when I clicked on it, it said TVMS. It said TVMS output blown. Yeah. And I was like, what's going on here? So I was like, something's going wrong straight away. It's
easier to pull the fuse than it is to go in, unlock the fridge and turn that off. Okay. And then I don't want to leave it unlocked because no one what'll happen.
It'll log that as a fault in the TVMS every single time though.
Oh, okay.
It's nothing bad. It'll just come up in, if anyone ever scans it to have a look at errors, it'll log it in there and it'll come up as an output.
Yeah, once we get on the road, I'll leave it all hooked up and I won't touch it ever again. But it was more that because I was working on it, I fit our Thermomix in there in the travel bag.
Oh yeah,
fits sweet. But when we did that trek in the Ningaloo, I just pulled it out, put it down the floor. I just figured
in case.
Yeah, the weight up there is probably not great.
Yeah, all flicked around. How heavy is the Thermomix? What, 5 or 6 kilos?
Yeah, probably.
It'd probably be okay up there as long as you just put some foam around it or something like that. Probably be fine.
Like it fits snug.
I wouldn't be worried. Does it?
Snug, yeah, it's in the travel bag. Like it's snug in there. Perfect. It's a perfect fit. It's almost like we built this for the Thermomix.
Yeah. I wouldn't be too concerned about the overhead having any difficulty in holding it up.
Yeah, well, it's holding the microwave up like that, so.
Yeah. They're not the lightest thing in the world either. So,
the microwaves?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I made that bracket. Did you see that?
Oh, just a protection bracket?
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I thought that was going to get
that's
off
Elross
for the thermo. Yeah.
It's a patent.
Hasn't got Elross logo. It would have been laser.
It's actually not a bad idea just to protect that. So you're going to put stuff in there.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was worried about, that cable getting snapped off.
Yeah, which it would.
Yeah, for sure.
You put the Thermomix in there.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we started running the waterfall tops though as well. Like that's been a good addition to the vans as well. Just finishes them off a little bit nicer as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
The only downside to the waterfall top is
you don't want to put anything on it.
You don't want
to fix anything
because
to
it looks good like that. So if you start putting like a handrail on it or a mat pocket or something like that, it sort of defeats the purpose of the waterfall. For sure. But it definitely does add a nice aesthetic touch to the vans.
I think this is a missed opportunity. This should have been a pocket on there as well. Is there a reason why you don't do that?
No, we're doing it as standard now. So Yeah, we started doing it as a standard, like literally, what was it, like 2 or 3 vans ago? Yeah. So
Well, it'd be like
I was
perfect
looking
spot
at
to put caps or sunnies in. You see, you see influencers, you know, trip in a van and Aussie destinations unknown, all that. They all have this little map pocket thing up there with.
I think for us as a manufacturer and what we do here is we focus a lot on tech, interior design, all those aspects.
Yeah.
But they're those little knick-knack things that when you set up the van and go away, and not that we're purposely doing it, but we probably glaze over that a little bit too much instead of like thinking about all those aspects.
And, well, like you say, you can buy them. Like you can buy those you know, the pockets and that, nets and stuff, and attach them. But it's certainly a would look better in that. Obviously finished off in that sort of
in that same look. So it's literally we do what the map pocket looks like. That's exactly what we're just doing across here. So it's just like a giant mag pocket, basically. So if you want that added, mate, we can do that down the track. All we'd have to do is the upholster would just get some more gear and you just fit it in behind there, and it just gets stapled in behind here, lifted up.
Is that that's glued on, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You'd probably not be in a good way if you try to
get it off. Well, I got that one off, but I got that off within the first week when I was.
Remember I was going to say once it's cured fully.
Cured. Well, that was about a week old when it was up there originally, and that pulled off, and like it was still gooey on the inside.
Yeah,
still.
That's like so all Sikaflexes are like that. So when we do capping on the van and we Sikaflex that on, that's why we like it to have a week cure time before we move it.
Yeah, okay.
So everything can settle in and everything can go off properly as well. I mean, it's touch cure in 72 hours, but we like to give a full week for onset. And it can sometimes, depending on the weather as well, take a little bit longer than that too.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I'll have to get your just get a new one made up.
Yeah, we can do a new one later.
Ship it over to me wherever I am.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. Do you think that you got enough Sirocco fans in here?
We've got 4, haven't I? 1, 2, 3. Look, we could probably do with one more.
Yeah, I reckon you could have done with one over there.
Yeah, I think so.
I reckon in the design we should have caught that and thrown one in there. Just looking at it now, I think you'll be fine.
I think
you'll still get good crossflow this way.
That's what I was about to say. I think that's why. That was my intention. I just need one there. Yeah. But
did you ever consider doing it on the roof?
I did. Yeah. I think
there's been a fair few.
I think Naz had it on the roof.
Okay.
Originally with the original designs, and I asked him to put it on the walls. I can't remember why. I think it was probably a head clearance issue, but we ended up with the higher roof anyway. So it wouldn't have been an issue if we had kept them up there.
And you were very specific in wanting the caravan in the centre over the head there as well, weren't you?
Yeah, because, and that should be standard anyway, because you can get more solar up there. I mean, if I had my time again, I'd probably delete that.
At that time, though, you took the roof hatch delete option to take the roof hatch out to put that there, though. And now we've actually deleted
the roof hatch altogether.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I would do. I would delete this roof hatch if it meant that I could. But to be honest, maybe I could have snuck that caravan then further forward, or just manipulate it in a way that we could get another panel up there. I'd love another panel or two if I could fit them up there.
How much you got on the roof? 1,200.
No, I think we ended up with 1,500.
Yeah, 14. It would probably be
14, was it? Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And you'd still love another panel on
Absolutely, yeah.
You got a fold out?
Yes.
300?
Yep.
So you got 17 potential.
Yep.
Don't forget all the time, your fold out's going to be your go-to as well. Because while you'd love another panel on there, your fold out's probably going to be more efficient than just banging another panel on there.
It was,
because
was huge.
You can then move that with the sun and chase the sun, whereas the panels are fixed on the roof, so it's a little bit harder from that perspective.
Yep.
If you're going to be going that way, so I always recommend to people at least get a nice, decent 300 or something like that as a fold-out panel.
Yep.
That you can put on a nice angle so you can chase the sun. Because like while the front panel that's on the angle there is good, it'll pick up early morning light.
Yeah.
When you get to the afternoon, if it's facing the other way, the sun's over there.
Yeah.
You're going to miss out on that panel on the roof there anyway. So,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the fold-out solar panel can help you a bit more.
Yeah.
Be interesting to see how like long term you're satisfied with the 600 amp hours as well, because that was one of your concerns as well.
Well, that was I wanted to put
900.
another one. I wanted another 300 there, but to be honest, without more solar, I from the first trip we did away, I could tell straight away that another 300 amp hour battery wouldn't have helped. Yeah. If you can't get the solar there to charge it, what's the point of having it? Unless you're doing, you're in the car traveling every day and you're charging up those batteries with the car, then potentially that extra battery storage would be handy overnight. But I think the biggest thing would be more solar. If you get more solar on the roof, go for it. Yeah. I've looked at those other vans where they've got the a lot of new manufacturers now putting like a wing on the back of it. Yeah. And it's not for aerodynamics or anything. No, it's literally just so they can stick another panel at the back. Yeah. And it's not essentially making the van any longer because you've got the spare wheel there anyway. So you're putting an extra 300 there on the back of it. Something that Naz and I have cooking at the moment. Yeah. We've got I wouldn't say it's something that's going to happen, but yeah, we've got it in the works that we're looking at something like that, because we do see that we can get an extra. Actually, the way that we nest on the roof, we could probably nearly do 2 extra panels on a lot of vans. Yeah. By doing it that way, if you put them side by side like that on the back, you'll get an extra 2 panels in a lot of cases. Yeah, well, that'd be huge. The hardest thing for us is when people have certain combinations of layout in here, and then we're doing roof hatches. Yeah. For shower, toilet, or something like that. Yeah. They're sort of fixed position once you've done your layout, and then you got to work the panels all the way around the roof all the time. Yeah. So it becomes a game of Tetris every build that you do, that you're trying to nest and manifest it in the way that's the most efficient at the end of the day. But you're right. If your biggest caveat to being away all the time is always going to be your solar and what your buyback is in terms of replenishment over a roof hatch. Yeah. Oh yeah. Skylights are cool. They're nice to look at the stars at night, but for that very small window of opportunity that you get to do that exactly as well. Right. It's probably sit by the fire and lean back on your camp chair, look at the stars. I suppose it's good from a crossflow ventilation. A lot of people still like those hatches from a crossflow, but this van in particular, you got plenty of windows. Open all your windows up and get that crossflow. You've probably already realised if you open a window there and you open a window over here, or vice versa, you get that really good feed through. Yeah. Of wind that comes through the vans as well, so it's quite beneficial. That's the other these caravans. I like that you can delete them as well. Yeah, you can put them. I can't remember who it is, but they're doing them on the side. So it'd sit on the side of the van inside one of these cabinets. No, we're talking about stuff that I don't like now. Oh, you don't like it? The Gusto. The Gusto. No, that's the one, it's not that I don't like them. I'm just very. Nat does a very good job. I'm not saying that I don't like your product, Nat. I just very loyal. I'm very loyal to Caravan, WA company, and all that sort of stuff. So we've never had an issue with a single caravan that we've ever fitted. So I understand that the Gusto could be beneficial from an overhead perspective. You do lose a bit of overhead room, so there's always a... Nat, you just need to get back into the R&D and develop your own side mount one. Probably not going to happen, mate. Probably be something that I would just find another product that's on the market that suits, and the Gusto would be that product, but just there's just sheer fact that for us as a manufacturer, we've always had really good success with dust suppression since we've been fitting the caravan. Yeah. And I've had this in. What was in the Brooder? They didn't use caravan; they used their own. I think they made their own. Yeah. So this must be our first one, but we didn't have any dust when we pulled up to Ningaloo doing that 3-hour drive down a dirty old road. So
and that's probably the
works well.
benefit of the total vehicle management system as well. You can just flick the button on your phone, and just turn it on from there.
Well, that happened to us when we were going through. We stopped over in Geraldton overnight, and we found a free camp out the back, inland of Geraldton, right? And they had we left there on our way to Ningaloo, and it took us this route where there was about 50 kilometres of unsealed road. It was kind of back through the rural properties. So yeah, didn't have to pull over, get out, unlock the van, turn it on. It was just whip out the phone. I didn't while I was driving. I got my wife to do it.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, you could do it on the road.
Yeah, and that's the benefit
Saves
of
time.
those systems. And a lot of people sort of give us the kickback that everything's a lot to do with your phone technology and all that sort of stuff now, but it's the way of the world, isn't it? Everything's all app dependent, and caravans, unfortunately,
it's convenient. It's practical.
That way. It is practical.
Is it like if you're going down it, it's only a short stretch of gravel road. You wouldn't hop out and go switch it on. You just go, don't worry about it this time, or live with a little bit of dust. Yeah, you get through. But if it's there and you're able to use it, it makes sense to grab your phone out and to switch it on.
How's it go overnight with the insulation, and especially the thermally insulated floor as well? Suppose you haven't really had to test it out in cold yet. So
I haven't tested it out cold yet.
When you go to Tasmania, you go and test?
We will go to Tassie. Yeah. I think we'll find out when we go to Victoria. We can be there in January, middle of summer. We'll still get some cold days.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
But when we were in Ningaloo, we obviously in the heat thermally, it was we didn't run the aircon at all. We just had the windows open.
Yeah, and Siroccos.
Yeah, Siroccos. That was all we needed. But it wasn't actually something that I thought about, to be honest. I haven't really paid too much attention to the thermal efficiency of it, but it's got to work. It's essentially a fridge on wheels. Yeah, 50mm fridge panel in it. So it's and like you say, you've got your composite floor now, which is that's 38mm, isn't it?
28.
28mm, yeah.
28.
So big fridge on wheels. It's got to be better than your traditional construction van, right?
Well, it's sort of why we had great success with the site vans. We built site vans like this for 25, 30 years. So it was always something that was in the background of the mind to transfer into the wreck vehicles. So why not give it a go? Modified a few things and just gave it a crack, and it's worked out really well.
Was the thermal efficiency a byproduct of, was it just easier to construct a van with the EPS originally, and it was?
I think there was a time factor that was a consideration as well, because for me, when I looked at the two versions, so site vans used to do out a 50mm EPS panel, but what we used to do is we used to stack them vertically. So obviously a vertical stack with a vertical join is going to be generally stronger.
Yeah, sure.
So they used to vertically stack them. But that was obviously not an aesthetically pleasing thing to see on a wreck vehicle if you've got all these vertical lines.
Yeah.
So we did some work on modifying the slip joins and all that sort of stuff for a horizontal application. So you've only got the one join. That's probably the only downside what people don't necessarily like about the product overall, is that got a join.
Yeah. Okay.
Whereas I don't think it's like now, especially that with your van different doing the checker plate, that we don't do the checker plate all the way up to that join. But with the Raptor coated vans now that we do,
you see that join?
It goes all the way up to the join, and it's a transient join now. So it's I haven't really had anyone really comment on that too much.
It's never concerned me.
Probably the roof is one thing that people get concerned about because of the joins, because of leaking, potential water ingress and all those sorts of things. But
touch wood, I haven't had any.
Yeah, so like if the boys and the team does and follows the processes that we've got in place and the protocols, it actually ends up being a stronger roof as a result of that as well. So that's why we say you can walk all over our roof and do things up there if you want. And some builds that we've even done, like a patio on the roof where you can get your mates up there on the deck chair. I think Mr. Frost van late last year. We did that as a toy hauler, and we put a patio deck up on the roof for him to sit there and have some beers at night and watch the stars, like you were mentioning before. So, so from that perspective, actually having joins in the roof, that adds strength and rigidity to the roof structure itself. So, and then that's the buyback of like how we actually construct the shell of the chassis and the walls. From that perspective, is that the furniture then becomes a non-load bearing structure that's holding this whole thing together. You have a look in the factory there, and there's plenty of builds that are shelled out. That's the shell construction, and we could finish that off and deliver it. And we've done plenty of site vans in the past that are just mobile offices with just big 8 meters worth of open space. And it's just not a requirement that we need to use the furniture from that perspective. And then in turn that makes better longevity for all of your cabinetry and all that sort of stuff as well.
And overall, like, strength of the van, how does that stack up to a traditional built caravan, do you think?
It's hard to tell, isn't it? Because we don't have crash testing facilities here to actually back that sort of thing. But I've always said if I had unlimited budget and money, I'd love to get an older style caravan, and then we build just like a dummy rig with the chassis and some walls and a roof with nothing in it. Of course, and then just go and just drop it off a cliff or something and see what happens. But we have had like vans in the past, unfortunately, like site vans and all that sort of stuff that have been involved in cyclones up north, and quite often we've had vans come back in that have either tipped over, rolled over or something like that, and they're repairable. They're not write-offs or anything like that. It's just a little bit of cosmetic damage, maybe a capping replacement here or there, maybe a bit of furniture inside, but for the most part it's salvageable stuff. Whereas 9 times out of 10, I think with another product it's going to be a little bit more substantial damage than just that as well. And we've had site vans that have like slid off embankments in the clay. When the service roads get really like bogged up in the wet season up north, and we had one site van that was quite a big one, and it did 2 rolls and landed on its wheels, and they said it was just it had twisted the body a little bit, but it was still, they could drive it back to camp and actually still use the thing overnight as well. So there's those stories out there as well that are sort of proof that the concept and what we build here in terms of an overall strength is pretty right up there in terms of in strength and longevity compared to a lot of other methodologies on the market. And that was another factor of why we wanted to go with this style of construction from a body is aesthetically it looks better, thermally it's better, and then also from a manufacturing perspective in terms of efficiency it's a lot better as well, because the old construction used to be steel frame, line the internal walls with plywood, and then you would then drill copious amounts of holes, spider web all of your wiring, 12-volt wiring through there, cut heaps of insulation around the outside of where all of those wires go. It's a very antiquated technology, and there's a lot of manufacturers out there that still do that with timber construction and all that sort of stuff as well. And then eventually you get to a stage where then you would sheet the outside of the van, and then you would sheet it. So just from a labour process as well, it's just a very long-winded process for that. Whereas this is the panel. We get the panel, raptor coat it, cut what we need to cut into its shape, erect the panel, the interior surface is finished, the exterior, all of the insulation's all done. We then chase all of our conduits and all that sort of stuff for our wiring, and then sticker it up, and it's pretty much then that's the nucleus of like the hard work of the walls. It was already done all in one process then. All the inflation valves do.
Oh, so where do I access them?
So if
for whatever reason the compressor shits itself or the system doesn't work.
It's basically like if this shits itself for whatever reason, not that I'm saying that the cruise master stuff's going to shit itself, but if it shits itself, or the compressor shits itself, and I'm not saying that the TJM compressor is going to shit itself, but if it does shit itself, you can then bypass the compressor, bypass the BCS system.
Yep.
Let's say your app's not connecting either and you don't have service, you can
Yep.
just go around and just chuck it on the inflation valves.
Yeah, with a compressor. I've got an onboard compressor on the truck, so
yeah, so then you'd be able to just do it there.
Yep.
That way. So like inflation valves. So we just stick both of them just there.
Oh yeah, okay, on the side of the
Yeah,
box.
and just
Yeah,
undo
so
it.
The one closest to the chassis
is that side?
the other side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good idea.
I hope I got it right.
Yeah.
I've got a little
Perfect.
I've got a little logo to stick on there as well. L and R. You can't get it wrong.
Left and right. Yeah, okay.
Left and right. And
Yep.
then yeah, you just be able to pump the airbags up.
Yep.
Make sure that you're good.
Get us out of trouble.
What do you think overall of the ATX and the BCS system
Yeah,
with your limited use that you've had out of it? So far?
Fantastic. Fantastic. It's that user interface is really easy to read and buttons are.
Do you find that you're using the app more, or do you use the
I just use
screen?
that. Yeah,
You use the screen more?
Yeah. The app. I'm not a fan of computers in general, and yeah, when things don't go right, Bluetooth, this and that, it really frustrates the hell out of me. So I'd rather just use that
Yeah, fair enough.
user interface. To be honest, I haven't messed around with the app at all.
There will be occasions where you'll need to jump on the app though to do a firmware update.
Yeah.
So if they've got any improvements that come out or
Yeah.
firmware fixes and stuff like that, it might prompt you on the app.
Yeah, sure.
So even if you are someone that's like Jarron that doesn't want to use the app all the time, which is totally fine, I find actually in the factory when we're trying to set up vans and stuff, I just use the screen myself because it's there and it's easier to use at hand. But yeah, from time to time you will need to jump on the app and just do a firmware update. Just keep an eye on Cruise Master's website and all that sort of stuff, or any updates that we might give you as well as a customer too on that basis. What sort of your thoughts on trying to run the van at the ride height that you've got it now? Do you find that that the van's compliant enough at the drive height that they set pre-factory for that application as well when you hit the button?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I don't know whether it's adjustable at all, that ride height setting, or is
I don't
as it comes?
I don't actually 100% know myself. I do believe that you can adjust the settings on that for the drive height in the back end. However, like they do set that up from factory to be at the correct ride height. So when you do hit it, that's where they want for the alignment of their suspension system to be at its
like
correct height.
clearance-wise, everything. That track into Ningaloo, parts of that are quite undulated and off camber and whatnot. Like it it did that breeze. It didn't at all concern me as to clearance-wise or anything. And setting up level, getting it level, obviously just I've got an adjustable pitch on that, so it was simple enough of just to get that hitch height to level the van, forward and aft.
Tell us a little bit about your modification works that you've done here. So we've obviously recently come out with a gibber guard that we're now doing up there, but you've done your own mods to up the front here.
Well, I think
have you found it handy?
Yeah, well, I think it speaks for itself. Have a look under the. I mean, it's dirty, Naz. It is dirty under there, but there's no stone chips. I've seen those ATX arms just get absolutely
Yeah, they do.
peppered.
They can get peppered.
Especially like you've suggested to me in the past with that stone stomper, because it deflects stones back down under the van.
Yes.
So it peppers the underside of the van. So, and I took that on board and I agreed with you. So that was why. That was my. That was probably the inspiration to go with that. I don't know what they call that brush.
That was
bristle
probably
stuff.
Oh yeah.
At the front,
Yeah.
just to. I mean, it doesn't. Bigger rocks are still going to go through it, right? but at least it takes the sting out of them, I think.
Yeah, it probably is slowing down that momentum that some of those smaller stones and gibbers that they're going to have. So so that will definitely make a difference for sure.
Yeah,
I just think a gibber guard looks a little bit tidier than that, so that's why we
run
the
100%.
gibber guard.
Mine looks like a road sweeper.
If you want to take any DIY tips from Jarron, he's your man.
Well, you had a look at the install. Did you give it a pass?
Yeah, that's fine. I thought that was more than enough. While we're on this side of the van as well, Jarron, and it's being a family van as well, probably like to get your viewpoint on the Truma combi as well.
Yeah.
What you think about that?
Yeah, we didn't have, we had no issues with that Truma combi. That was good. That worked really well. Hot water. I think I set it up so that it would come on around 6 o'clock in the morning, just because of it's not instant hot water. You've got to turn on about.
It's a storage system, so it's got to have some time to heat up. And it's usually about 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 to 15 minutes for a shower. To get it really hot. So
What's its buyback though? With multiple people using the shower consistently, did you have to wait a period of time for the next person to go for a shower? Did you get a couple of people through it?
Yeah, I think probably 2 showers back to back is probably the limit. Depends where you are and how long you should, like off grid. Like when we were in Ningaloo, we'd get the whole family through one shower because our showers were about 30 seconds all up.
Yeah, done.
Get in,
get
wet
in,
yourself,
get out.
soap, wet again, rinse it off, and that's it, you're out. So you'd get the whole family through that. But if you're in a caravan park and you're having your usual 5-10 minute showers again, then sure, you'd probably only get 1 shower out of it, right? So, but yeah, that was what I found in the morning was handy to have the set up so that it would come on automatically at a certain time, just so that it's already warmed up half hour before you're thinking about getting out of bed, and you can get out of bed, hop into a hot shower or something like that.
That's probably a good thing with the Truma system as well. It does have a timer functionality. And I probably haven't really touched on that in videos before, but you can set it on a timer so it turns itself on and off when required. So it's especially handy on that heating function as well for the hot water.
And super efficient. Like I would have used less than a litre. A whole 2-week trip near Lou, I would have used less than a litre of diesel. Which is like, that really surprised me.
Yeah. And it's always hard to gauge. A lot of people will ask that on inquiring about the system as well, because everyone's usage is different. But Jarron, you're probably using it a little bit more than what other people do. But also at the same time, up in Ningaloo, you're not going to really use the diesel heater functionality of the system as well. So it'd probably be a little bit different if you were somewhere in Victoria or Tasmania for that matter, like you said. So it'd be interesting to see how much it uses if you do actually use
using it for the
diesel heating function, for the air heating.
Yeah.
What about the boss legs, mate? We get a lot of people not sure whether the boss legs are worth that extra investment or not over
what are the
standard
ones? The standard ones are a manual wind, aren't they?
They're just an Alco leg, and to be honest, for us as a manufacturer, I don't like fitting them onto our product because I think our products are a step above of what you would have for an Alco. So I think people opting to go for one of our vans should always look at trying to fit the boss legs if possible. They are an expensive addition, but I think they're worthwhile in terms of that.
I 100% agree that they are worthwhile. Just for the pack up, set up time, even if it reduces it by a minute, it's overall I think it's every minute you can knock off your pack up or set up time is really handy. And as simple as grabbing a drill with the fitting, plug it in and wind it up and down. It's use an electric drill. I mean, I've got electric chainsaw and drill and rattle gun, impact guns, pressure washer in there. Everything's all Makita, one battery. So I've got 2 or 3 batteries that you use on rotation.
Makita, Milwaukee, man.
But it's whatever you want to use, they're all the same. But it's handy just to have all that stuff there, and using on this, I wouldn't go back to a manual wind sort of system. Same as the airbags. It's just same as you see guys pull up, and I'm obviously in the same boat. before airbags was, using your levelling ramps and stuff
Chocks,
like that,
yeah,
chocks, and
Yep.
you'd spend bloody 10, 15 minutes arguing with your wife about, how to do that. Whereas this is pull up camp and hit your horizon levelling system.
go.
And it's done.
I suppose the other point about the Boss legs as well was the 1,600 kilos per pair enables you to, in the event that you need to
you can
have
raise
a
it
flat
up,
tyre,
right?
you can just raise the van off the ground and change the tyre, so it's a bit easier than trying to get onto the suspension points and try and jack them up as well. So that's probably another thing that works in the benefit of the Boss over the standard offering as well. Probably the other thing, like you touched on as well, is using a drill. Just your pack up time's a little bit quicker from that perspective as well.
Yep.
At getting away and getting off the site, especially with the kids wanting to get on the road.
Yeah.
Let's go, Dad. Yeah.
And use a drill, right? Not an half, because it'll fit. It's a 1/2 inch drive, so yeah 1/2 inch impact rattle gun, which I've got, will fit in there, but it's not ideal on the mechanism to be using that rattle function on it. So that's why I use a drill with the supplied fitting.
Tell us about the Deluxe toolbox. Anything that you'd change in the design of it? What do you think? Does it meet all your requirements for packing?
I'd make it bigger.
You'd make it bigger?
Yeah.
Go bigger again. So we've got to have an even
height.
bigger we've got to have a Deluxe toolbox.
All this space up here is all wasted.
Okay. All right.
Garage in there.
I'll take that feedback on board. How much ball weight do you want to have on this
Yeah,
thing?
exactly right.
There you
It's
go.
No, you can go stupid and overboard with them and have all this space, but in reality you can't fill it up.
This is where I come back to, especially with your setup in particular. We can do a lot of things as a manufacturer, but we've also got to still be thinking about, at the end of the day, weights.
Yep.
Where that weight's going to go, what are you going to do with it?
Yeah.
And then probably the biggest thing that I'll lead into now is towing performance. Now, the towing performance for us as a manufacturer is probably the biggest overriding thing that we have as a manufacturer as opposed to anything. We want to make sure that this thing tows exceptionally well, and that's the feedback that we mostly get from most of our customers. So
Yep.
I suppose I'd probably lean into what your thoughts are on
Love it.
tow performance and all that sort of stuff.
Honestly, we didn't. You barely feel it back there. My wife drove. We're about 9.5 ton rolling down the road, and on the way home, I was tired. I got fed up with driving. I threw my wife in the driver's seat, and she's probably a little bit shorter than you, Declan.
I'm very tall.
And she drove for an hour, 2 hours while I had to sleep, and no issue at all. So no movement, no sway. It just sits back there flawlessly. You barely notice it's there. Have a look in the mirrors every now and then. Oh, yeah, it's still there.
That's the main thing. You want to make sure that everything's there. Now, is there any other plans that you've got, like bikes, kids' bikes, or anything like that that's going to go on here?
Scooter, yeah. Just we've got a couple of e-scooters, and I know they're some people are. I think yourself is a bit.
With having it on the front?
Well, just having e-scooters in general.
No, it's a fact of the
They're
matter that
controversial
e-scooters and e-bikes and
Yeah.
everyone's got those sort of things now. It's just
I wish I had to put them in. I wish I had to put them in the toolbox. I could have showed you.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a frame in there that they sit on and strap on. So yeah, they're on a slide out, one of the slide out trays that you manufactured for us. But yeah, so e-scooters in the on one side. I've got it's all locked up. But one side I've got all your hoses.
I don't want you
and
showing
thunders and
people
stuff
your
like that.
modifications because then they'll want the same thing in their van. So,
But
try
no,
to
we're
keep
not
that
taking
locked up.
bikes. We're just taking the e-scooters, and the kids have got their couple of push, whatever they're called, kick scooters.
Yep.
Yeah.
No consideration of putting it down the back.
Bikes?
Yeah.
Bike. If I had a bike, look, if I had a bike rack, if I was going to do bike racks, I'd probably put them on the back, only because I don't want to put any more weight
Up the front.
over the ball. But then, of course, you go adding too much weight at the back too, you run into problems there. So, but yeah, I think that's where, if I was going to do bikes, I'd chuck them up the back there somewhere.
Water filler box. What do you have you found that easy enough to fill the water tanks and all that sort of stuff? This is probably locked as well, eh?
No, that won't be
it's
locked.
open.
I'm not worried about people
Sealing.
pinching my
Yeah,
water.
yeah, fair enough. Now you've got the extra water tank under this one as well, so
yeah. So
you've
what
got
do we?
400 litres of capacity, I believe.
Yeah, 420 or 440 or something like that. Yeah. So yeah, it's so simple to such a simple design. I don't know why it's taken this long for someone like yourself as a manufacturer to come along and just build them this way. They're simple as plug it in and fill her up. And when you when your tank gets empty, you switch over the valve just here on the outside.
And I suppose as well, you're someone that pre-filters as well. So
I am,
filter
So I just run
well.
inline filter in between the tap and there. Yeah. But yeah, it's just all plug and play. It's so simple now with the and I used to. Previous vans, you had the side, filler on the side there, and then you'd have to get a filler thing just right. And yeah, it was. This is a much easier design.
Now, Jarron went for checker plate. Couldn't convince him to go the Raptor coat. So I think you've been the only van this year that we've done checker plate.
Checker plate. Well, I came from a brooder, and they were that Raptor coat side. And my experience, I've seen what happens to them. They just mark really easy, and I mean, I'm sure these mark as well, but I don't think they show it as much as Raptor coating.
Sure.
Sticks, branches, and that going down those tracks, they just mark up, and just aesthetically, it doesn't look as pleasing to the eye once they are scratched up. But they look great new.
Like you've always said with the checker plate, you can at least take this off and replace it if it does get damaged.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, it's that extra layer of protection too, right? You've got was it 1.6 mil or whatever your colour bond skin.
Yep.
So that's probably again another 1.6 just as an added skin of protection. And as you say, it's pull it off and go again if it does get damaged.
You're a bit of an outlier on that. It's the general consensus is that I reckon. Like I said, you're the only van this year that's done checker plate. Yeah. So Raptor or Cobra. Cobra's who we use now.
It's got its advantages. It's looks great when it's treated right.
Yeah.
If you're not planning to do lots of off-road type bush tracks with it and get it scratched up, then go for it, right? And it's also a weight thing as well. I think. What do you reckon the weight saving is? On
your type of van on this and that's a 2 mil checker plate that we use, you'd probably be looking at a weight saving around 50 to 55 kilos.
That's huge.
So
you didn't tell me that. Take two.
I don't know. I can't remember what I said. So.
Something about the weight.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that you didn't tell me that?
No, so okay, we'll start the
weight
about
saving 50 kilos that you could save overall.
50 kilos over
50, 55.
Yeah,
because this is 2 mil checker plate. However, when we are spraying on the Raptor, you are adding there's usually about we use 2 3-litre tins to do a whole van. So you're probably looking
6 kilos.
6 kilos, 7 kilos.
So that's still a 45 kilo saving. 40,
yeah, you still got a saving either way going the Raptor coat.
Well, that's massive saving. I don't think you told me that when when you gave me the option.
I think I did. I definitely would have said that. I would have definitely marked up its advantages as opposed to its disadvantages. Because I do feel like
they do look classy, I'll admit.
I do feel like the Raptor, the Cobra coating is definitely a lot more classy, like you said.
Yeah.
It's a lot more today's. And
you can tint it to any colour you want, right?
You can tint it to colours, and we've done that on a few vans. We've actually got a couple of site vans that we're building inside, and they've requested a surf mist Cobra coating to match the white of the van. So yeah, we can get those colours tinted if required, but most vans from us at Elross here for wrecked vehicle sector, they'll always just be the black. We obviously had the stealth vans that we were doing, and we were tinting that Monument, but that colour's sort of out of the range now as well.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Gotta wait for old mate.
Have you
over
fitted
there.
any of these yet, Declan?
All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this insight into Elross ownership today and some of the topics that we covered. It was just a general conversation and just some honest feedback on our Elross product that we build today. So thanks a lot, Jarron, for your time today and
No worries,
your
thank you.
insight
Thanks for having
into
me.
Elross ownership.
It was good to hear some thoughts back and forth.
No worries. All right, see you later, guys. Thanks. We'll take care and see you on the next video.